Lewis Williams in Ohio. The day before, he's calm. Before his execution, he was reading his Bible until they came for him. And he grabbed the bars of his cell and began to scream, looking into the faces of the guards. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Oh, God, you're my witness. I'm innocent. Don't let them kill me. And he's screaming and struggling all the way down. They have to carry him, kicking, dragging him, throwing him on the gurney. And none of those guards could work another execution after that. And there's Pat now, going peacefully, just praying that God holds up his legs to make the walk. And I'm with him. And I was with the witnesses, and they're strapping him in. They become very task-oriented. They go in. I noticed how quickly it all happened. This one strapping the left leg, the right leg, this one doing the arm, this one doing the trunk. And he sees me, and he puts his hand out before they strapped his arm down. And he looked at me before they killed him. And I left that execution chamber. And I threw up. It was the middle of the night. I'd never in my life seen anybody killed in front of my eyes. And that's really when my mission was born, because I remember thinking, the people are never going to get close to this. You're never going to see it. Even if you did have the death penalty in New York, you'll never get anywhere near an execution. It's a secret ritual, very few people. But I had been a witness, and I saw it. So I had to tell the story. And that's what led to this book. That's what leads me to get on airplanes and come to you to just say, let's take a deep, hard look at it, because it's about us and what kind of society we want to be. And think of it. When you do think of it, isn't it in a way a kind of moral despair to say, well, they killed, so what we got to do is we got to kill them? Imitate the worst possible behavior to try to show people that killing is wrong? Think of it. And all I want you to do is think about it. And that's why I want to invite you to read the book, because it can take you to the deep journey. You don't have to debate anybody, and you can be learning, you can be reading, you can be using your imagination, and perhaps it might take you to a place where you've never been before. The second book is about accompanying two innocent people, and I just want to call your attention to two things in it. The second person is Joseph Odell in Virginia. Italy got involved in the case of this man in Virginia. The Italian Parliament sent a delegation over, and when Joseph was executed, 5 million people were glued to their radios to see what happened to him. And it became the occasion for me to have a direct dialogue with Pope John Paul about Catholic teaching and the death penalty. And one of the crucial points I tried to make to the Pope was, in the Catechism, we talk about the dignity of innocent life. Well, what about the guilty? And when I'm walking with a man to execution and he's rendered completely defenseless, and he says, Sister, please pray that God holds up my leg. Is it only innocent life that the Catholic Church upholds? And the Pope made a change in the Catechism, and then when he came to St. Louis, after the Catechism was changed in '97, he stood for the first time in a Catholic church and put the death penalty in there with the other pro-life issues. Yes, dignity for innocent life. Unborn children, people with Alzheimer's that don't even know their name, to protect them from euthanasia. And he said, but no to the death penalty, which is cruel and unnecessary. And even those among us who have done a terrible crime have a dignity that must not be taken from them. And the traditional teaching in all the Christian churches was that the death penalty was about self-defense. Well, we got prisons, and we have a way to defend ourselves. We don't need to take life anymore. We can begin to then look at the causes of violence so that we can build a just and safer society for everyone. I invite you to get the books. You can get them both for $25. I'll be glad to sign them as long as you want to be here. So I'm going to end here now, and we could have some time for questions and conversations, and give a blessing to all the people who need to leave. Feel free. But anybody wants to stay on for a little conversation, open to it.